Cody Lee. Be sure to check out my books on blackcatbooks.org. Okay, so what I decided to do today, I just came home. I thought it would be interesting. I've been wanting to make a top 10 DKC levels list for a while, like I did with the Yoshi's Island one. But I thought that it might be a good idea to just stream it and help have the fans help contribute to what they think could be the best DKC level. So if you have a favorite, please be sure to let me know, and please be sure to let me know why, most particularly, because again, I've played this game like hundreds of times, right? I already have a pretty good idea what's going on the list, but there might be something I overlook or something that I personally am a little bit too fond of. Again, this is meant to be a fan list, something that people can relate to and understand and appreciate and acknowledge, being like, yeah, this is the definitive list for Donkey Kong Country, the best levels in Donkey Kong Country. And I just 100%ed this game just a couple of weeks ago too, so it says a lot about it that I'm coming back and playing it again already. It really is one of the best games ever made, and I do think that's one of the other things I've been noticing these past couple of weeks. I'm much more. I am at the point now where I'm generally playing old games, Super Nintendo games, stuff like that. N64 games I've been wanting to go back to, stuff like that. Not Switch games. I'd much rather play like good old stuff than like new stuff that I may not like. Origami King. I haven't been playing that much at all. I do think I'm at the point now where I'm not really interested in picking up a lot of new Nintendo games unless I'm really, really excited for them. I don't know, that's just me. But I still love the classics, obviously. And I think I always will, but oops. Not that I don't like Origami King, I just haven't been committed to finishing it. Here we go. I'm so good at a lot of these levels, I think I'm going to overlook a lot of the early ones. Alright. Except Barrel Cannon Canyon, that's one of the ones I already know is going on the list. Oh yeah, I love this room. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but it's so cool to watch. And that is something about a lot of these levels. Even if they're not great, they're all so fun to play through. You know what I mean? Because like the game itself is just so fundamentally perfect. Here we go. Yeah, I think I like this level. I like the whole game. Ah, yeah, choosing a favorite level. Shit. It's gonna be like picking my favorite books. Ugh. Alright. Like, I can't do that. Shit. Yeah, that's one of the things I've noticed. Like, I have a pretty good idea of, like, what the best games of all time are. I have no idea what my favorite books of all time are. Like, I've read so many good ones. Like, I think it's because, like, you're reading shit from hundreds of years. It's kind of difficult to really, evaluate them when they're all these different styles and genres and languages. Games are all the best games are basically Japanese or funded by the Japanese. I don't think there's any real denying that, unless you're like completely delusional, unless you don't understand what makes games great. You know what I mean? All right. Like, the only reason you would say otherwise is if you really, really like online first-person shooters. Like, oof. And, like, when you get right down to it, like, Rareware was putting out better first-person shooters with games like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Like GoldenEye is better than Halo, for sure. Like, Perfect Dark is better than Halo. The difference in quality is just astounding to me. Oops. And I don't even hate Halo like I like... Well, I mean, maybe... I'll need to play it more, I'll say, before I, like, really start critiquing it, but... I don't know, man. Like, whenever I play Halo, I want to play a two-player, and I haven't been bothered to go online and play through it with someone. You know, oops, here we go. Here we go. I think this is my favorite underwater level. I don't care for any of the underwater levels in this game. I think the thing this is probably my favorite underwater level. I don't like any of them I don't like anything about them other than maybe the music. So like the novelty kind of wears off later on, but they get kind of annoying, I would say. Okay, so Barrel Cannon Canyon. All right. So again, this level is so elaborate and there's so much stuff going on and so many cool secrets. I love this level. This is like, for me, like the level that makes World 1-1 like one of the best ever. Oops. Like Super Mario World doesn't have a early level this good. Honestly, I don't think Super Mario World has any levels that are on par with this. Like I think Super Mario World, its strength is just sort of, you know, being a Mario game. It's pretty straightforward and basic. Like this has like so much stuff you've never really seen before on a platformer. Like these barrel cannons. Like what the fuck? Like as an adult, like going back and playing a lot of 90s mascot platformers, it's amazing how so few of them have like a real personality. You know what I mean? Like I was playing shit like Arrow the Acrobat and Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. Like they have these things like where they sort of focus on the character and not on like the world. You know what I mean? Like Sonic's, it's kind of interesting to me, like how Sonic's world doesn't seem all that fleshed out. Like Sonic's universe seems to just be like Earth, but with like animals. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like its own organic sort of universe, the way that like Donkey Kong Country does. Donkey Kong Country has like, you know, specific animals that are recognizable as being from it. It has like the barrel. It has like mechanics like the barrel cannons. It has all this stuff. As an adult, like I end up appreciating this even more. Like going back and playing a lot of these older games, I'm just like, wow, it really is remarkable just how much better this is than basically every other 90s mascot character. So yeah, Barrel Cannon. Okay, maybe I should write the list as I go along. So yeah, Barrel Cannon Canyon is definitely going on the list. Like literally everything is being considered at this point, other than maybe the water levels. But yeah, Barrel Cannon Canyon is the one that like I knew. That level is actually the reason I wanted to make this list, to make a top 10 Donkey Kong Country levels list. Because I just, you know, I was just playing it, I was 100%ing, and I was just like, wow, this is really, really fun. Oh, by the way, we're excluding boss levels. So, I mean, the bosses in this game aren't very good anyway. Like, maybe King K. Rool is good. Really good, actually, but I'm just... Oh, yeah, Minecart. Yeah, the Minecart level, for sure, is going on the list. Like, how could I not? That is one of my favorite levels in all the video games. How could I not include it? You know, playing a top 10 list, I think when I made my Yoshi's Island list, yeah, when I made my Yoshi's Island list, I was coming up with, like, all these levels that I really didn't like 2-5, like, what was the other one that I was making fun of? The second half of World 6, right? Or was it, what was that other Yoshi's Island level that I didn't like? I remember 2-5. There were a couple of levels. 2-5 was the most obvious because 100% of that level was just annoying. Not a fan of World 2-5. There were a number of levels in Yoshi's Island that I just do not like, and here I'm kind of having trouble thinking of any. Like maybe some later ones. Okay, Minecart Carnage. Oof. Since I've beaten this already, like I kind of want to trigger the iconic shortcut, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. Because I haven't done it in so long. I don't think I've done this in like 10 years. Alright. Like, where is it exactly? Yeah, it's been so long that I actually do not remember how... There you go, okay. So yeah, it's right next to it. Alright. Okay, but... You know, that's fun. That's an interesting secret, but I love the level so much. Yeah, we're gonna have to play through it. That's how good the game is. You can skip a level and then come back and want to play it again. Yeah, this is one of my this is on the list for sure. Yeah, once we pick out the stages we want to nominate, we're gonna have to number them from worst to best. I mean, it says weird saying least best to most best, I should say, because I don't think... I mean, these are on the top 10 Donkey Kong Country levels. None of these levels are going to be bad, obviously, but... yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite stages of all time. One of my favorite gimmick stages of all time, too. This is what a gimmick stage should be. It's like, it's intuitive, it's fun, it's interesting. Like, so many gimmick stages are just boring and pointless. Like, it's just, what's an example? Let's see, what was I playing recently? Yeah, what is an example of a gimmick stage? I guess the newer Paper Mario games are full of them, but Paper Mario kind of does them well. Like, I'm in this segment now where you're on a stage, like, dealing with, like, this corrupt theater manager or whatever. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I wouldn't replay it the way I play this, but it's like a lengthier game, so... And I do think this is one of the reasons this game is so replayable, because it's so short. Like, people like Emily Rogers will always rail on games like Star Fox Zero for being shorter, but like really, because they're shorter, they're tighter and they're more fun to replay. You know what I mean? It's easier to replay them. Like there are plenty of games I like that I won't return to as much as this because they're longer. You know what I mean? Like Breath of the Wild, I still haven't returned to. For example, all right. Yeah, I need to get back to playing Breath of the Wild. There's so many games I want to play. Oops. Yeah, Winky's up there, but I don't really care. Yeah, we're not 100%ing this time. We're just picking out the best levels. I wonder how long it's going to take me to beat this. Oops. Because I haven't speedrun this. Now that I've 100%ed it, I suppose like my next logical step forward is to speedrun this. And like see what my best time would be. I mean, I guess I technically could. I guess that could be my goal, just be a speedrun channel. Yeah, maybe just compete in as many with as many games as I can. Like just set my own PRs, you know what I mean, as opposed to just I don't know. I mean, that's my thing about, like, world records. Like, I see the world record and I get, like, kind of intimidated. Like, oh, I could never do that. But then, like, I actually play the game and I do things I never thought I could. Like, I should set my own PR rather than, like, a world record. You know what I mean? Oof. Bouncy Bonanza. Oh, yeah. Stop and go station, yeah. Worst stage in the game, for sure. Fuck this. This doesn't belong anywhere near a top 10 list. Yeah, I'll go back and play through Minecart Madness, but not Minecart Carnage, or is it Carnage? Hang on, it is Carnage, right? Yeah, Minecart Carnage. Yep. Yeah, I'll go back and play the Minecart Carnage level, but not... Everybody just calls it the Minecart level. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call it, like, the Minecart Carnage level. And there's Diddy Kong. Wait, why give you a barrel there if they're just gonna... What sense does it make to give you 2 barrels back to back? Well, anyway. That doesn't make any sense. Well, anyway. Alright. Yeah, now I have a 100% of this. I should be able to remember a lot more secrets that I would never have gotten before. Especially later in the game. Like, I remember later in the game, like, never being able to find things. Like, early in the game, I think I had a good idea of where everything was, but later on, I don't necessarily know. I didn't necessarily know. I mean, I like this level a lot, but I'm not sure it would crack my top 10. Like, right now, like, all I can think of is, like, okay, Vulture Culture needs to be on the list. Like, right now, I just don't want to nominate things mindlessly. I don't want to, like, have to cut a bunch of stuff. I want, like, a pretty good idea right away about what's going on the list. Oh, here we go. What the fuck? Okay. God damn. The stupid frog! Did you see that? Its momentum just carried me into that hole. Wow. Okay. Stupid frog. Alright. Yeah, I probably should be recording this. I guess I'll just record the levels that I'm actually gonna show in the video. The top 10. Oops, here we go. The top 10 Donkey Kong Country levels. All right. Yeah, I really haven't released an edited video in a while. I'm really gonna have to start doing that more often. Yeah, I think I had a list of things I wanted to do. I mean, I guess this is one of the things, and I'm only just now getting around to it. All right. I mean, the worst thing about like edited video content, it would be so easy for me to just, write out the list and put them on my website. And honestly, it'd be better than the video content. I'm just personally like, it's just a way to get exposure for me and my my other endeavors. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so I think Vine Valley and the Snow level are probably two of my favorite levels in the game. Okay, Vulture Culture. This is one of those ones that I can guarantee is on the list. I love this level. Like that music. Oh, I love the level design. I love the vultures. It's just, it's great. Like, look at that. Like, I love how you, like, fire out of cannons and then hit the vultures. Just, that's so cool. Oops, shit. Yeah, I love everything about this level. It's fantastic. Oops. Yeah, I guess we might as well go back. Yeah, I do think modern games are probably too bloated. That's probably a big reason why they're not very good, is because they have to like keep your interest for like 30 hours, and most people aren't interested in that. Like maybe RPG fans, but I don't know. Like RPG fans, they tend to have this thing. Here we go. All right. Ah, damn, really? That was embarrassing. Wow. All right, let's go. Da da da. Da 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 da. So yeah, Vulture Culture going on the list. Oh, is this the one with the vultures at the end, or is that another one? I think that's later on. So that's another level because of that crazy ending, which is just phenomenal. Oops. Yeah, probably one of my favorite endings to a platforming level ever. I mean, to be fair, maybe Returns has things at top of that. That's something Returns would do, is just have a bunch of things just fly at you at the end. All right, this is going on the list for sure. Vulture Culture. All right, so far we have Barrel Cannon Canyon, Minecart Carnage, and Vulture Culture. So one per each world. Wow, it's pretty even so far. I mean, I think it's gonna be really heavy on World 3 and 4 going forward, though. And honestly, like I prefer the first half of the game, so. Yeah, that's probably why I love replaying this so much, because the first half of the game is so good. And like the bad half is over so quickly. I mean, the worst half. Ugh. I don't know, like Rareware was talking about this, how like people tend to get bored of games. I don't know, man. Like, is it people or is it the game themselves? I don't know. I mean, I've never gotten bored of this. I mean, bored is like the wrong way to say it. There are things I don't like as much about the later half of the game. I mean, I don't think I dislike it or anything. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think this is going on the list as well. I love this level. Yeah, anything with like barrel cannons is like the greatest thing ever to me. And I love the background too, so. Yeah, I don't think this is anywhere near as good as the other levels, but I think it still makes the list. Yeah, if we have any... If we get any more nominations, we'll probably cut it, but I think it barely makes the cut for now. So I think it's on the lower half of the list. Okay, Forest Frenzy. Yeah, as I recall. What's with the forest levels? Like, I just love them so much. I just love this music. You know, I don't think I've heard anyone really acknowledge this music as one of the best. Like, I always hear people, like, hype up, like, Aquatic Ambience and Sticker Brush Symphony. I much prefer this. Yeah, there's so many other tracks in this series I like more than those. I mean, like, I guess it... The entire series, yeah, I love these bees. All right. Yeah, I love that. All right, yeah, this is going on the list for sure. And this is the one with the vultures at the end. So this is the one where you dodge a bunch of stuff while on ropes. I like that kind of thing, so. All right, yep. It keeps ramping up. Yep, different obstacles, yep. Definitely really good. All right. Yeah, this is going on the list. Oops. I don't know. Should I include the K. Rool boss fight at the end? I mean, to say there aren't a whole lot of there aren't any really good bosses in this game other than that, so you can't really do a boss fight list. Here we go. Yep. Damn, that was fun. Oops. Yep. Forest Frenzy. Temple Tempest. Yeah. People really don't finish games. It's really surprising if you really think about it. I mean, I personally own a bunch of games I haven't finished, but I mean, a lot of that is because I don't want to finish them. But like, there are also games where it's just like, well, I don't have time. I mean, I recently like started a playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations, and I dropped it. Because I just didn't think I liked the game, and that's just natural to a certain extent. Like, you don't like put up with games you're not in love with the way that you used to. I feel like, so I think it's mostly kids not knowing how to play games and adults not having time to finish them, or whatever. Oops, shit. Aw, damn, imagine if I got killed by that guy. If I got to that cannon and just plowed into it. It's a good thing barrel cannons make you invulnerable to hamsters on wheels. Beavers on wheels. Why did I say hamsters? It's something about the Tempest levels that I just don't like. Because I don't think I think this is better than the last one, but I don't think I want to put it in the list either. Yeah, I guess I just don't like the hamster wheel gimmick. I mean the beaver wheel gimmick. Alright. Which is weird, because I love these kind of chase sequences. I love these kind of chase sequences in games, but I think this could have been better. Yeah. Yes, it's morning. Very early. Candy save point. Orangutan game. All right. Let's see how good this is, because I am legitimately curious. This used to be one of my favorite levels growing up because, oh shit, wow, epic fail. This used to be one of my favorite levels because it has espresso, and espresso when you're a kid is like fun as fuck to use, but really as an adult, like I don't really. I mean, I don't think there's anything special about this level other than the fact that espresso is in it. Here we go. Oops. Shit, no! God damn. Okay. I mean, I like the... Yeah, I used to like these ropes and how you could just perpetually cartwheel down them or roll down them, but... now it's just like, okay, they're just sort of there. They don't really add anything to the level. They're just kind of... They're just kind of a little... It's just a little bit different. Yeah, I think this game looks kind of boring, like, because you could just fly through it. Which is awesome when you're a kid who doesn't want to play the level, but... Yeah, that one's not going on the list. Duh. Clam City. Oh no, another underwater level. So the first half of, like, of the forest level is, like, one of the best in the game. But the second half is just sort of okay. I mean, I guess it's like the game itself, but... I mean, okay, like, I'm being really harsh about these games. Like, well, I mean, I'm being critical. Like, I'm trying to be like, oh, the game does certain things better than others, right? About one of my all-time favorite games, right? But it's still a lot better, right, than a lot of other games that are considered, you know, all-time classics. Like, better than anything Red Dead Redemption could do. Better than, oof, you know, anything Sonic ever did. Like, Donkey Kong is just on a level all of its own, and I'm still being critical towards it. It kind of sucks, honestly. Well, I don't want to say it sucks, because I like doing this. This is the kind of thing I like thinking about. The kind of thing I like doing. But, alright. Yeah, I really do love this music, but alright. Yeah, that's the major saving grace for these water levels, I think, is the music is great. And they're a lot different. It's weird to think there are a lot more water levels in this game than there are minecart levels, because nobody really remembers the water levels, I think, but everybody knows the minecart. Oh yeah, way better. There is no doubt, like, Donkey Kong is way better than Crash. Oh no, I strongly dislike Red Dead Redemption. Here we go. Yeah, the boss fights are all, other than K. Rool, are all pretty awful. I mean, awful. I mean, I think I do like New Super Mario Bros. Bosses more than these things. Well, from the original New Super Mario Bros. Yeah, I don't know why they did this. Like, the original New Super Mario Bros. Has, like, entirely original bosses based off, like, actual Mario enemies, right? And then, like, the sequels just sort of had them all be Koopalings or Bowser Jr. or Boom Boom or whatever. Like, come on, like, have some originality. I mean, originality. Originality is not the way to put it. Like, do something different. You know what I mean? Like I am it's weird to think how like weirdly obscure that New Super Mario Bros. Wii has become. Like that game sold like 30 million units, and yet I don't really see a lot of people talk about it. When it's actually really, really good. I'm really fond of that game. I played through it. I 100%ed it in like 2015, like after years, right, of owning this. And I haven't played it since, but like I had a blast, dude. Like I thought it was great. Wii, I need to get through. Yeah, Wii is one of those games I need to 100% one of these days. Oops. Yeah, maybe. Did they ever release it on Wii? Like maybe Wii U. Maybe I could. Did they really not re-release it on Wii U? Maybe they did, and I just haven't noticed because I didn't care. I guess I could like download it and stream it. Oops. Oops. Here we go. And then like do some kind of video talking about that. Oh yeah. By the way, this is a level I absolutely want to talk about. I love it. I was talking about New Super Mario Bros. Instead of this level. One of my favorite levels. Oops. Honestly, I think I mostly love the level because of its crazy visual effects. All right, here we go. Here we go. Boop. There we go. Oh yeah, Yoshi's Island bosses were way more creative than this for sure. I love what Yoshi's Island does with its bosses for the most part. I think there are some bad bosses, but for the most part, the game does a good job of being really. Did I really not write down the? Okay, the game does a great job of being so good while being like accessible. You know what I mean? Like it has all these great mechanics that it teaches you like naturally. Like that game really needs to be acknowledged more as like one of the best ever, and I don't think it necessarily is, especially among like non-Nintendo fans. Like I think Nintendo fans will generally say it's like really good, but I think non-Nintendo fans would like shit all over it. And I remember like Total Biscuit tried to shit on it at one point. So yeah, not a. I don't really take these YouTubers seriously, to be honest with you. Like, they have no idea what they're talking about. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. They're all complete hacks. Oops, here we go. Here we go. I mean, that's kind of the thing, though. Like, you can't really become famous on YouTube without really sacrificing your integrity. Like, that's one of the things I feel. One of the reasons I'm not actively... I have no interest in pursuing a YouTube career is because, well, for one thing, it's not a career. And another, it's like, why would I want to? Like, ugh. All right, here we go. I just want to come on and play some video games. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, I love this entire game. It's so good. All right, here we go. Okay, the retro Donkey Kong games. Okay, you mean the retro studio ones? Yeah. I love them. They're great. They're not as replayable as this. I don't know why. I think it's because they're so long. But I've replayed both recently, and I enjoyed both. Fairly recently. I don't remember replaying. I don't remember replaying Tropical Freeze at all. But apparently I did. Like I remember playing Returns because. I hadn't played Returns in years, and I played through the entire thing from start to finish. I don't think I 100%ed it, but I did beat it. It was great. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. I think 2D side scrollers in like the Super Nintendo era, you know, they were doing all this crazy stuff. They were innovative. They were interesting. They had unique visual styles. Like today, not so much. Usually, honestly, like I think the best 2D action game in years was like probably like Hollow Knight or something. Well, at least from like a third party perspective. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it does feel like a lot of modern games are missing what made older games good. I mean, I guess they can hit it again. They can hit that mark occasionally. Tropical Freeze is really good. I'd say like Tropical Freeze is probably better than the originals in a lot of ways. I mean, if you're judging a game purely by based on how much you replay it, like that's probably not the way to do it. Like, I still love Tropical Freeze, even though I don't replay it all the time. I still love the Wonderful 101, even though I don't replay it all the time. It's just, oops, it's just what it is. Oops, here we go. I mean, you can literally pick this up, whatever, and like play through an entire session of it in like an hour. You can have like an hour of free time and just be like, okay, I'm gonna play through Donkey Kong Country. I'm gonna play through Super Metroid. I'm gonna play through Super Mario World. Like it's a different kind of entertainment, I think. Maybe the way to put it. Got him. Yes, I have played both, Inside and Limbo. Yes, I think I would say I enjoyed them. Oops. Alright. Yeah, the thing is, like, this game doesn't have a ton of levels in it. Like, I'm looking at my list. Like, how many entries do we have? Yeah, we have 6, so we still have 4 more to go before we rank them. Yeah, there aren't that many levels in the game. That's the thing. Like, you could argue that, like, well, the levels are better than Super Mario World. Well, there's less levels. You know what I mean? Like, Super Mario World can compete, but you have to like take that into account. That like Super Mario World has like more levels, and they're shorter, but there's more of them, and like they can. I think they go through different themes, and they have like you know, their own kind of secrets. I would say the secrets in that game are more worthwhile than this for sure. Like, it's debatable about which is better. Remember back in the 90s when, like, you could actually argue as to what game was better? You know what I mean? Like, someone brought up, like, how Mario Kart 64 and Diddy Kong Racing actually had a fandom rivalry at one point. And that's just, like, mind-blowing to me. Like, really? You had so many games in the 90s that you could argue about which was better? Like, it's not like today where, like, everyone has to, like... It feels like everyone is defending the games that are on their console. Like, you know, the PlayStation fans are always going to hype up Uncharted, and the Halo fans are always going to hype up Halo, and just, I mean, I guess there's a little bit of that, but, like, it's weird, man. Like, you get the impression that, like, everyone, like, played both Diddy Kong and Mario Kart 64. Now you have, like, people getting angry over, I don't know, like, Animal Crossing not getting games announced, you know, Pikmin not getting games announced, spin-off games, it just... I don't know, Federation Force fanboy, Metroid fanboys salty about games like Federation Force. Like that's the kind of shit you see today. It doesn't feel organic or natural. Like, who cares? Like, really, if you don't like a game, just don't buy it. Okay. Yeah, I really can't like reiterate this enough. Like, people like Scott the Woz, who complain about shit like. Complain about like shit like Chibi Robo getting spin-off games. It's They have no idea what they're talking about. Like it's keeping the character relevant, essentially. Like that's the only reason the character kept getting new games, is because they kept coming up with new things to do with it, and until the very end. And yeah. Whew. I wonder if Chibi Robo, the original, will ever be re-released. I mean, I would like to play it. I mean, that's the one I would want to play. But yeah, getting angry about like spin-off games existing, that's one of the most asinine things I think I've ever like it. Imagine if I got angry at like games like Jungle Climb or Jungle Beat like existing. Like just, oh, it's not DKC, so it's bad. No, that's not the way to look at it. If anything, I really like both those games, Jungle Climber and Jungle Beat. Actually, I should probably stream Jungle Beat at some point, or get back into it, demonstrate it, because I do think that's one of the more obscure ones. A lot of people aren't aware of how good that game actually is. I was surprised at how good that game actually was when I got around to playing it, because I grew up being told that it was a bad DK spin-off, but no, it was actually, I don't want to say it was everything I would want from a DK sequel, but it was, there was a lot there that I really, really liked. Alright, Torchlight Trouble. Oh, get this. Yeah, squawks with a lamp. What a great idea. Oh man, the cave is dark and you can navigate it by having a lamp. It just yeah, this is not my yeah, we're past the point where like the game stops being innovative and interesting, and now it's just like, okay, we're going through the motions at this point. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a Super Metroid video at some point. Like, what? Super Metroid doesn't have levels, though. Yeah, this level was awful. That was awful. Okay, awful is kind of exaggerating, but it's not great. Rope Bridge Rumble. Yeah, I think this might actually be nominated. Maybe. Depends on how long it is, really. Yeah, I like the dodging bees. Yeah. Hup. Hup. I don't think it's good enough. I mean, I guess, I mean, they're all good levels, right? But when you're saying, want to name the best, you want to be, like, really selective. So I don't think I'm going to nominate it. Too short, I think. Yep. And this is where they start rehashing bosses, too. I can't think of anything in Creme Croc Industries that would even make the cut. Yeah, I think I dislike these later levels enough to not even bother playing through them. Yeah, I think we just need to pick up. Go back and pick 3 more levels. We have like what, 7 picked out? No, 6. Okay, so I guess these are the top 6. Well, top 5. Treetop Town. I was already like kind of skeptical of, but all right. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of these Creme Croc industry levels, and at Chimp Caverns isn't great either. Yeah, this is the point where the game starts declining. I mean, it's not bad by any means, but it's like, I'm just trying to get to K. Rool at this point. I don't know, man. Like, I want to put K. Rool on the list. I don't know. I guess it's my list. I can make my own. I mean, it's almost like a level, right? Because the fight is so long. No, it should be relegated to levels. Maybe like in a Super Nintendo, best Super Nintendo boss fights list. The Super Nintendo doesn't have any boss fight games. It's like, that's like one of my favorite genres is like the boss fight games where you have to like fight a super powerful enemy. Like, it's one of the reasons I love Punch-Out so much, because I love that kind of thing, right? Oops. Yeah, not a fan of this. Yeah, when do you get Funky Kong? When can you leave this area? I think I am just going to go back and pick out some levels I didn't choose the first time. I don't know, Jungle Japes maybe. Ropey Rampage, Reptile Rumble. I don't know, I really like Reptile Rumble when I played it again. Yeah, maybe they'll make the cut. I mean, that's the thing. Like, the game is so short that levels that you didn't think would make the top 10 are going to make the top 10. It's just okay. Yeah, I was considering nominating Reptile Rumble. If Treetop Town got in it, I think I could do with Reptile Rumble. If anything, I think I like Reptile Rumble more than. Yeah, this isn't gonna be nominated. Oh fuck! You gotta be kidding me! It just dropped. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so I need to start putting out these top 10 videos once a week. I was planning on that, but like, yeah, life got in the way. So yeah, top 10 Donkey Kong Country levels. Top 10 Super Metroid moments, I think, is going to be the Super Metroid one. I don't know, top 10 Super Punch-Out boss fights, I don't know, man. Top 10 Punch-Out boss fights. I would want to make a top 10 Punch-Out boss fights, but I would have to, like, I don't know, take clips from all 3 games. I mean, I guess I could just pop in Wii into the Wii U and just record from that. Top 10 Star Fox games. We don't even have 10 Star Fox games yet. Yeah, top 10 Metroid games. I don't think that's been made yet. Well, to be fair, yeah, I'm replaying all the games. Yeah, I'll have to like think about how best to tackle this. But yeah, Zero Mission I need to play again, or the Prime games I need to play again. But I could do it. Like, yeah, Prime I need to play again in general. Like, I started a stream of it and never got around to finishing it. I mean, the same thing happened to Fusion for a while before I went back and finally finished it. So, yeah, not a fan of these track levels. I just think they're boring. It's a platformer. Like, I shouldn't be sitting here waiting for something to happen. All right. And for some reason, you can't switch partners while you're on a moving object. Like, I've been noticing that in this playthrough, because I keep wanting to switch, but no. There are times when you want to switch to Donkey Kong, believe it or not, but I've never encountered them. All right. Here we go. Oop. So why did, like, the blue ones just pass through, but this guy can walk on them? Like, what the fuck? I don't know why that guy's up there. Like, nothing seems to trigger him. Like, maybe if you jumped, he would come down, but... Alright. Claptrap. Oh, and a list of top 10 Donkey Kong enemies as zingers would be number 1. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have given that away. I guess leave that a tease for top 10 Donkey Kong Country enemies. Well, if I made that list, it would have to be like a list of all the games, right? Like, you know, from 64 onward, like 64, this, Returns, everything. Oops. Elevator Antics. Damn, got him. He got me. Yeah, I haven't saved the game since we started, so if I lose all my lives, oh, we're fucked. That'll be the end of the playthrough. I mean, the game is so easy anyway, it's like, eh. Where is he? Oh, he's down here, isn't he? Yeah. As I recall. Yep, knew it. Oh, what? Shit! I thought the snake was gonna get me. Alright. So does anybody have any levels they need to recommend that should go on the list? Because I think I picked all the ones I really wanted on. Right now I'm just trying to... Right now, I'm just trying to decide which ones I want next. Because now, like, I think the competition is fiercer now. There are a lot of good levels left to nominate. I'm just not sure what would make any of them better than the others. Here we go. You know what? Yeah, I think this makes the list. I think it's long enough. I think it has great moments. Yeah, all right. Elevator Antics, all right. I was not expecting to put a Creme Croc Industry levels in here, but yeah, I think it makes the cut. All right. I think there's this bit at the end where you have to, like, make this big jump. Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes the list. I was just like, wait a minute, I'm having fun. So yeah. Yeah, this goes on the list. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm a bit harsh on these later levels. I haven't been, like, hating them. I'm just like, yeah. Oof. There we go. No, I am playing on a Super Nintendo Classic. I actually already beat the game on Switch. I 100%ed it on Switch. Alright, so, Elevator Antics. Okay, that's 7. I guess it's a good thing we had decided to play through the entire game instead of just segregating the levels. All right. Oh yeah, this is the other level that's definitely not getting on the list. This and Stop and Go Station are like my least favorite levels in the game. I hate this level, and you can't even skip it. Like, well, Stop and Go Station is worse, but you can at least skip it. I hate that level. It's not fun at all. Ooh, I'm ready for lunch. What time is it? Yeah. Is it that early? What the fuck? Well, I guess... to be fair, though, I've been getting up really early lately. Shit. He got me. hate Poison Pond. Hate it. Ugh. Weird, like, it's weird how the characters just sort of dart back. I don't know. Have you never noticed that? Like, oh wow, they just sort of like appear the other direction. They don't have a turning animation like they do in newer games. Wow. Okay. Ah, damn. This is why I hate Poison Pond. I suck. Alright. Oh, it's very possible I might waste all my lives here. This is the only level that I consistently die on. I'm not even kidding. Like, in this game, this is the only level that I can't beat, like, easily in my first playthrough. It's the reason I hate it so much. Like, I don't like water levels in general, and this one is just, I don't know, harder than the others. There's more shit to kill you. Alright. More shit to gently tap you and send you off the screen, I should say. You don't get killed. Like, they just get touched once and they give up. They have to have, like, perfect runs, otherwise they're not, like, happy. Damn, there we go. God damn, really? A drowning animation? This game doesn't have an oxygen meter. They added one into the Returns games, into Tropical Freeze. And it's so weird playing through the water levels in that one and having like an air meter. Oh, the water levels in that one are a lot better than this game, by the way. For sure. That's another thing Tropical Freeze does way, way better. I need to replay Tropical Freeze. It's been a while. I don't think I've ever played it from the start. I think what I did when I last played is that, like, every time I play it, I'm doing like 100% stuff. Like, I'm doing like the time trials and stuff like that. Like, I think it was kind of buzzkill instead of just enjoying the game. Shit. Every time I play this game, this is about when I start considering giving up. I mean, I'm getting hungry, so I think I am about ready to stop. And I don't think there's a whole lot of levels left to nominate. All right, but we'll see. Damn. Yeah, I guess this could be what I do going forward. Is that, like, yeah, I'll just play a game, think about what top 10 I wanna do, and then just make it later that day. Yeah, maybe I could pump out like a top 10 a day. That's actually probably possible for me, because it really doesn't take that long for me to make my style of top 10s. Like, it'll be lower quality, but I think I could pump them out quicker. So, hey, I'll be the ideal YouTuber. Okay. Yeah, right now I just need, like, honestly, like, if I have, like, oof. Yeah, I'm considering, like, going for a YouTube partnership or something like that, just for, like, a little extra money. Because, like, once I have, like, a little extra money from an alternate source of income, like, I should be set for life. Oops, here we go. There we go. Da, da, da. Okay, levels that are not going on Donkey Kong Country list. It's that are not going on the best levels of Donkey Kong Country list. This, which is weird because like it's really long, it's really elaborate, but it's just slow and boring. I don't care for it. Damn! And I fucked it up too. Oh yeah, I remember the Tropical Freeze. That's great. Yeah, I love the music in that game, and it has this song too, as I recall, and yeah, the levels themselves are a lot better. So yeah, Tropical Freeze is a good example of how you make water levels work in these games. In hindsight, I'm not surprised at all they cut out the water levels from the original Returns. Like, you cannot swim in Returns. And the game was better for it, funnily enough. They don't really have... The thing Returns hasn't been able to do, the only thing they haven't really been able to nail yet is, like, the animal buddies. They have not included any animal buddies at all. And that's kind of a... Oof. I wonder if that's the reason they haven't made a Returns 3, is that, like, they ended up making an entire game centered around, like, the animal buddies, which I don't think anybody wants. I guess they're just not very good at making them, or whatever. Like, Rambi's the only one they've tried to use. They've had Rambi, but none of the others, and it's just... I don't know. It's kind of conspicuous if you're a fan of classic DK. Here we go. Like, that was the thing that kind of... I don't know. I don't want to say I wanted it put me off, but it was something that I noticed about those games. And they gave interviews about it, so it's not like they're not aware that the animal buddies exist. It's completely different than like how the Tomb Raider reboot people would come out and say and try to justify like Lara not having her dual handguns. Like, it just... It felt like they just didn't want to. They just weren't able to do it. You know what I mean? There's a difference. All right, here we go. Oh, Minecart Madness. Okay, so the first one is Carnage, but Madness is the second one. All right. Yeah, is this gonna make the list? We're gonna have to see. I mean, I like the levels just fine, but I mean, compared to the first one, yeah, for sure. I don't think so. Like, every time I play this level, I'm just like, I wish I played more like the first one. Like, that's just my opinion, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna make the list. You can't like have a level like this and then just be like, yeah, I'd rather be playing the other level like this. Like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, there are other levels I'd like to put over this. And I like the level just fine too. Just. Kremkrock Industries. All right. Yeah, I don't even know why I bothered getting in the plane. We're at the end, so... Blackout Basement. And then you have the boss fight. Then you have Chimp Caverns. What has Retro been doing? Probably a new IP. I mean, they were working on a bunch of stuff, so I mean, yeah, they're working on Prime 4 now. We know that. I don't know, the whole Prime 4 thing, the whole Retro thing, I don't know. Like, a lot of people were saying that, like, oh, they lost a lot of talent. I'm not sure I believe that, but we'll see. I don't know, like, those same people were saying that, like, Prime was way better than Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I'm just like, no, it wasn't. Like, I like Prime a lot, but, yeah, Returns was something else entirely. Yeah, I'm ready for a Nintendo Direct. It's just, It's been too long. I don't think I was thinking this morning that I haven't that we haven't gotten anything interesting out of Nintendo in a while. Oops, here we go. And I do think it's mostly just to just until PlayStation and Xbox come out and underwhelm people. Like that's what's going to happen. Nintendo's going to come out and they're just going to come out swinging after a PlayStation and Xbox release, or soon before. We'll see what they do, but they're going to like time it so like it just completely destroys whatever they're doing. Like PlayStation is going to like announce titles that are like going to come out in like 5-6 years, and then like Nintendo's going to be like, okay, here's the games we're coming out with next week. Yeah, I think when like Nintendo starts showing games that look better than PS5 games that are coming out like sooner, that's going to be the end of it. I'm not sure how people can keep justifying owning PlayStations after something like that. Like, even right now, they're kind of having a hard problem doing. You know what? That's another thing I wanted to cover. Like, the whole Soulja Boy thing. I'm going off docket. But Soulja Boy, interestingly enough, he's had, like, a long history of doing gaming-related things despite not being a gamer. Like, that's something I noticed. Like, I came across this old Screw Attack video where, like, they're shit-talking him for talking shit about doing some things for pretending to be really good at Street Fighter when he sucks or some shit like that. The thing about that is, why is Soulja Boy doing that? Why is he going out like pretending to be a hardcore gamer for his credibility, like for his cred, like because to impress his crew or whatever, to like be like this guy, like it's part of his image, right? And I do think that's it. Like I do think that's the crux of the appeal of PlayStation. It has nothing to do with the games themselves. It's entirely because of like the image. Like it's entirely to get something out of it. Like you don't like the games themselves. You don't play the games yourself, but they help you feel. They help you present yourself as being more masculine or whatever than what you actually are. So that's kind of the feeling I have towards that at this point. Like, but I wonder how long it can continue. I really do. Like women overwhelmingly prefer Nintendo. I've noticed. I think gamers in general overwhelmingly prefer Nintendo. Like at this point, it's just a bunch of people who are who have something to gain. Like that's kind of always the feeling I've had towards it, is that like people have something to gain from supporting PlayStation over the superior option Nintendo. It has nothing to do with the games themselves. All right, so oof. But yeah, that's another topic I need to talk about at some point, the Soulja Boy thing. I was thinking of like making like a documentary of like the things he's done and like posting it on YouTube, but we'll see. I mean, JonTron already did that with like the Soulja Boy, like the Game Boy thing, but I mean that's just one thing he's done. I'm just gonna go. To be fair though, he did come out and shit talk Braid, so I guess I have more respect for Soulja Boy than I do Jonathan Blow, but that's really not saying a lot. Yeah, like PlayStation fans are probably better than SJWs, to be honest with you. It's weird that I don't bitch more about SJWs, probably because like nobody else is, you know. Nobody takes those people seriously, but it really is best to just ignore them. I mean, for the most part, like when they start like intruding on like your territory, like you need to call these people out, but like otherwise, just ignore them. I don't know. These people are like completely delusional. Like I have these like fat bitches trying to tell me that like exercising isn't healthy and things like that. It's just these fucking degenerates. They're awful. Oops. Yeah, I fucked that up. Yeah, I really want to put K. Rool on here. Like, I can't think of any other level that I really, really want to put on, but you know what? Yeah, I think I am, because I just love the level that much. Okay. I mean, no other boss fight can really compete with that. All right, yeah, K. Rool it is. All right, I guess I might as well beat the game then. If I mean, we got this far, we might as well get through the entire thing. Yeah, it takes me about an hour and a half to get through this. I'm not sure how you speedrun it, honestly. Like, I think Cranky Kong says he can beat it under an hour. I'm not sure if there's like some kind of shortcut I'm unaware of for like some of these longer levels. Like, if I could get a shortcut through Poison Pond, I probably wouldn't play it properly ever again. But here we go. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, N64 Online, that would be great. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping it happens eventually. Like, nobody's even really expecting that at this point, but I think it could, and that would be very, very exciting. I would be ecstatic at that. Like, I think a lot of N64 games, a lot of GameCube and N64 games are kind of like obscure at this point to modern audiences. Like, I don't think a lot of younger people have played, like, you know, the original Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, F-Zero X. Some of my all-time favorite games, right? Star Fox 64, I think, could be re-released on there. And that is something I feel like, is that there's been this very there's been this big push in the past couple of years to kind of discredit the N64 and call it like a garbage console. Like, re-releasing N64 games and having people like actually play them, like, it would be really obvious, I think, that the N64 has actually aged way better than the Saturn or the PlayStation, for sure. And oh shit, that was the exact same place I did last time. Ugh. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong 64 is pretty obscure at this point, so I hope that, like, well, not obscure, but yeah, Rareware needs to come back. Diddy Kong Racing could be re-released. Yeah, they need to partner with Microsoft on that. I think it's possible, but we'll have to see. I mean, if Microsoft really is getting out of the console space, there's really no reason for them not to support Nintendo hardware. So we might actually get to see Rareware develop for Nintendo consoles again in our lifetime, which is going to be wonderful. I mean, it's not going to be the exact same, but it'll be nice seeing their logo again. You know what I mean? Like, if nothing else, like, yeah, if they came back to Nintendo hardware, I would probably buy their games. At least try them, you know what I mean? But, yeah, they've really discredited themselves over the past couple of years. Like, Rare is a complete joke. Like, unless they come back to Nintendo hardware, there's going to be no redeeming quality. There's going to be no comeback for them. They tried with Sea of Thieves. They really tried to make the name relevant again, but, like, yeah. I don't know how much longer they can continue pretending that they're still relevant. It's just... Oh, it's Rareware. Rareware has been good since the 90s. Alright, here we go. And, like, it's really obnoxious seeing people who clearly aren't fans of Rareware, like, call them, like, great game developers. Like, oh, the great Rare. Like, you didn't play Rareware games in the 90s. Like, don't kid yourself. Ooh, maybe this could go on the list. Oh, I think this level's short, though. We'll have to see. Manic Pincers. I would like to put, like, one level from each world on there at least, but, I always forget this level exists. I don't know what it is about it. Yeah, because it's just a bunch of, like, of gears everywhere. Mincers, I suppose. I think that's what they're called. These things look completely unlike every other object in the game. Like, they look like they're designed like an actual enemy. It's weird. Because, like, they're 3D rendered or whatever. I don't know. It just looks off. Something about them just looks weird to me. All right, here we go. Oh, damn. Couldn't move fast enough. Damn. Fuck that up. Oh, a real Star Fox Adventures port? Yeah. a finish. Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna come back to Star Fox Adventures ever. I don't think we're gonna get a remake. I don't think we're gonna get a reboot. I don't think we're gonna get a sequel. It's something that just sort of exists, and that's kind of a shame, honestly. Like Star Fox Adventures could have been great, but unfortunately, Misty Mine. Yeah, it's just a bunch of enemies. Someone feels like the boss Dumb Drum should have been here rather than in the last level, but we'll see. All right. That really does seem like a boss that you should have fought at like the very end of the game, like right before the final boss. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, this level's boring. I hate it. Why are these things floating? I don't understand. Okay. That annoys me. Like they're just barrels. Why are they flying? Okay. All right. Gravity, do your thing. Okay. Yeah, we're almost to the end. Holy shit. Yeah, it really does take it really does only take about an hour and a half for me to get through it, the entire thing, in a general playthrough. It took me about 5 hours to like 100% it. I could probably do it faster now that I know what I'm doing, but yeah, what's the speed run for 100% completion of this? Oops. I did see a speed run of this, and it was like some weird thing where somebody glitched it to like get 8%. So like they went all over the map. Like it was some weird shit, dude. I would like to see some like Super Mario 64 style like not hacking. What's the term for it? Exploitation. Like with the pan and coax stuff, with like the going through parallel universes. I mean, I'm kind of a neophyte when it comes to that kind of thing, but I mean, it's fun to watch. Oops, here we go. I mean, that's kind of my feelings towards speedrunners, though. One of the reasons I don't do it, like, you can't play a game normally when you speedrun it. Like, eventually, like, if you get tired of a game, you can like take a break from it and like come back to it later and have a blast. Like, I don't really see that ever happening with speedrunning. So that's one of the reasons I'm not really into the community. It just feels like, okay, I don't. It wouldn't suit me very much. Or really, it doesn't feel like it suits anyone. It really suits anybody, but that's just me. All right. Oh yeah, the final boss. Yeah, I haven't beaten Andros in a while. I did play the game a while back. I made a video about it, talking about it, and I actually had like nothing but nice things to say about it. Oops. Come on, I had a barrel. Come on. Okay, so Star Fox Adventures, yeah, there's so many things it does really, really well. You know, it's beautiful. It has great music. It has all these great ideas, a great setting, and then like it just doesn't come together very well at all. Like, I think they could have made it into a Star Fox game. Like, I do think they almost did it, but no. Really, I think if they had like better Star Fox elements in it, like they really could have. I don't know. Like, it's not just the Star Fox elements, right? Like the whole dinosaur planet itself setting. Like, it feels like they had ideas about where they wanted it to go with like the adventure aspect and like, oh, they have their own language, they have their own culture and stuff like that. It doesn't quite lead to. It doesn't engage you. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell that's where they wanted to go, but it's like, there's nothing about it that really comes together. I think this is the last level, actually. Yeah, what a level to come out on. Like, every time I play this level, I'm just like, I'm baffled that, like, this is the last one, really. It's just, like, a bunch of moving platforms. Okay. Supposedly, Nintendo, like, asked Rareware to make some of these levels easier, but, I don't know. I mean, I guess this is, like, the first game that a lot of kids, bought for Super Nintendo. So that might be the reason why, because like Nintendo knew that people would buy it just on virtue of it looking so good. To be fair though, 2 is hard as shit, so oops. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oops. Shit. No! Yeah, I fucked that up. So yeah, this is the game that basically cemented the death of Sega, I would say. Because it kind of single-handedly killed this carefully constructed narrative, right? That Sega had built up, that like, oops, what the fuck? What am I doing? There's something about this level, man. It basically destroyed this narrative that Sega had set up, that Nintendo games were for kids, that they weren't advanced, that were for kids, that they weren't advanced, that like Nintendo couldn't compete with them. Basically the same thing that PlayStation is doing now, right? They had Sonic, PlayStation just took that rhetoric and sort of turned it into like their own central design philosophy. We're gonna make games for mature gamers. We're gonna make them like cinematically driven and like things like that. You know what I mean? And I think they're in the process of collapsing. Like, I don't think people are going to continue supporting games like The Last of Us Part 2. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, there's never going to be... Well, I don't think there's ever going to be another Last of Us game, for one thing, which is a good thing. Like, the original was an overrated piece of shit, and nobody should be supporting 2. Other than like a few game journalism shills, I don't think anybody is, but here we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, last, Necky's Revenge. How is this a revenge? I thought this was Necky Senior. Oh, okay. What does the rest of this thing look like? All right. It reminds me of those things in like Super Mario 3D World that like pick the ground. All right, here we go. Here we go. I guess it is a vulture, but it doesn't fly. You don't see it flying. You don't see the rest of its body, so it's like, all right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Got him. Easy. Okay. At this point, I think like we only really need one really good Nintendo game that draws in mainstream young adult male audiences, and that should be the end of PlayStation for good. And I'm really looking forward to the day. Oops, here we go. Here we go. Shit. Oh shit! I got careless. I I mean, that's kind of already happened with a bunch of different franchises, like Smash is a good example, but the thing is, like, so many people, like, revolve their entire identity around PlayStation. Alright, here we go. Like I said, it's an image thing. It has nothing to do with the games themselves. So, like, more people actually like playing Nintendo, but here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I want this to be on the list. I really do. Yeah, it's my list, so I make the rules. I don't care. Oh, shit. Fuck. Gangplank Alley. Yeah, Rare used to make some of the best final bosses in the industry. Like, this fight is just amazing. So hard I couldn't beat it as a kid. Oh, oops, shit. Oh, here we go. This fight used to be really hard, and I guess it kind of is, but I mean, I guess I died on it, so. I mean, just because I got careless. Oops, here we go. But yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot better at it over the years. I remember, like, trying for hours to beat this, like, I don't know, like, when I first replayed this, like, 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago? Holy shit. How many times have I beaten it since then? Alright, here we go. Yeah. Okay, beat him. That's it. Okay. That's the end. Yeah, I remember getting this credit screen once and then just raging when he got back up again. I actually got to these fake credits and then gave up after he got up again. But I did come back to it eventually, so. The end? I mean, the second phase isn't nearly that hard, so... Honestly, I think the hardest bit is the, I think your imagination gets carried away with you. You think that, like, the fake... Oops. You think the fake... You think the second phase is going to be as hard as the first, but it's really not. Like, you just have to dodge everything. Right. Yeah, but it's still a great fight. Alright. So that's it. That's Donkey Kong Country. So I've picked out 8 levels, it looks like. Barrel Cannon Canyon, Minecart Carnage, Vulture Culture, Treetop Town, Forest Frenzy, Snow Barrel Blast, Elevator Antics, and Gangplank Galleon. Alright, so those are the 8 that I've picked so far. I think I have some ideas on where I want to, what I want to add next, but I think for now that's... Right, I'll have them picked out. I'll play through them again and again. I'll try to rank them, and then I'll edit them into a video. Yeah, this is, I've been playing this game a lot these past couple of days, so it's nice to come back to it. Okay. Alright, there are the credits. This is probably the first time I've ever beaten the game and gone immediately back to playing it again. But the game is so good, I honestly don't care. Alright. To be fair, I have like a... I played this for a higher goal. Yep. Alright. And the game resets when you beat it too, which is like honestly kind of ahead of its time. Like beating Paper Mario, like when you beat that, it didn't reset, which Ocarina of Time didn't reset. To be fair though, there's something really there's a sense of finality that those games have by just simply just ending like that. Like they don't reset; they just linger on a title sequence that I just love. Love that. All right, so I did get through it a little bit quicker. Huh? All right, so what haven't I nominated? Okay, so Reptile Rumble. This is the level I was considering putting on the list. Just because it has so much enemy variety. I think this level is just fun to play, honestly. Like, I enjoy it. Oh, wow. Shit. Oh, come on. It took away all my lives? Come on. Okay. And for some reason, it shows up twice on the map. I don't know what the deal with that is, but okay. Yeah, I just like the enemies. I just like their placement. I just like the way the level's laid out. Alright, yeah, I think this makes the list. Yeah, I think I would have nominated it earlier if, like, it hadn't been so early in the game and I wasn't just like, oh, yeah, I really like this level because I've played it millions of times. And this kind of is, like, the first really difficult... Well, not really difficult. I mean, I guess it's harder than the first two, right? Oh, damn. So you actually keep the, so you do keep the animal things, okay. Ooh, I'm really hungry though, yeah. I'm gonna pick up my list and then probably sign off and then just switch to another application and then just capture my footage then. Yeah, I guess I'll stream when like I'm trying to decide what I want to cover and what I want to talk about, and then I'll just make the list. All right, awesome. So yeah, one list a week has been my goal, and I haven't hitting it at all. All right. I love how I played through this entire game before I finished DKC2. Like, I literally started DKC2, and then I ended up playing this instead. Well, older is better, as they say. I'm gonna play some Donkey Kong Country. All right. Yeah. That level's just fun to play. Yeah, Reptile Rumble. Okay, so I think that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, one more level to go. Let's see. I think I'll just go through the entire map and see if anything comes to mind. I kind of love post-clearing a game, going through the map. Stop and Go Station, Bouncy Bonanza, no. Yeah, I think we already put in the minecart level. Yep. Vine Valley, Vulture Culture, Tree and Top Town, Forest Frenzy. Yeah, there aren't that many levels in the game. I love how I can like look at these level titles and I immediately like recognize them. Like the game is very distinct. It's very easy to keep track of where everything is. Okay. Snow Barrel Blast, Slip Slide Ride, Ice Age Alley. Okay, let's try Ice Age Alley. If it makes the cut, it makes the cut. I put like the first one on here. I think the main reason I didn't want to put this one on as well is because I didn't want to repeat like of the same level theme like 2 in a row. I don't know. You gotta be kidding me. Why can it run in midair? Alright. Yeah, I think this is the one I want to pick. I think this is it. Ice Age Alley. So I'm just gonna have to play all the levels and then decide what order they go in. So I haven't decided the actual order yet. I just wanted to play through the game and decide where everything should go. Why get espresso here? Like, it ruins the entire level, which is generally pretty well designed. Alright, so don't get espresso. I don't know. Why would you? Okay. Like, there are so many secret ways to get espresso here. There's, like, that barrel I just went up. There's, like, it's to the left. Like... Yeah, I'm tempted to not give the nod for it just because espresso being here. And what's with like espresso and orangutans anyway? Like, why are they always in the level together? Yeah, I think espresso ruins it. Like, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want. Can I really not pick? Royal Drum Alley, Elevator Antics, Poison Pine, Minecart Madness. How does Cranky even help you? Like, I've never once, like, gotten any useful information out of him. Okay, Misty Mines. Yeah, I just don't like any of these later game levels. Okay, so I don't want to pick one at random. Let's see. Jungle Hijinks, Ropey Rampage. Can I give the Jungle Hijinks? Because I like those levels a lot. I like the first two levels a lot. Jungle Hijinks. You know what? It's the first level, and I've played this like countless times. You know, there's fun stuff in it. Ramby's in it. All right. And I like the name. Yeah, you know what? I like the treetops. You know what? Yeah, I do like this level a lot. All right. Yeah, it's the first level, and it's kind of a basic bitch choice. But yeah, funny how like the first level is the one I chose last. All right, I have my list. Ooh. All right, I think I'm gonna sign off now and then come back later, capture some game footage, and then edit my video. All right. Alright, so I think I'll upload the video. I'll probably upload the video today, but then like just have it premiere like on Friday or something. Like, no, Saturday maybe. Saturday would be a good day to have it go live, right? Yeah, Saturday. And then we'll see if I can keep it up every Saturday.